Yo. How you going? A little. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy, is it Saturday?
Happy Saturday.
It's Saturday, everybody. What's going on? Welcome into the show.
Hold for title card.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that sunset behind us.
It's beautiful. You can actually still see the water, can't you?
You sure can.
Oh, wow.
Right
that
there.
is gorgeous. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. My name is UltimatDJz.
And I'm Griffin.
And this is Talking Track aboard Day 7 of Star Trek The Cruise 8.
And our last day on this whirlwind cross-country international tour that we've been on.
It has been. It's been absolutely wild. Thank you to everybody who's joining us in chat right now. We got Papa Smurf, Mossy, thank you. Mossy Ma, Lord of Scarin, Freelancer, J-Babes. Thank you very much. Risk Breaker, Dirty Bird Bill says, washy.
They sing that when we walk in here.
Washy.
Washy before yummy.
There you go. That's right. So excited to watch a 2-minute video over 2 hours, says Anubis. Well, you know what you're getting here. All right. Besides, maybe we have more.
Maybe. There are things that we're not allowed to talk about, but
we're going to anyway.
Our partner in crime has walked away.
Yeah, that's right.
Joke's
she got
on her. Yeah. I can't believe she couldn't stick around for two
more
minutes.
That 2 more hours. Good evening, everybody. We are going to take our Twitch pre-roll here in just a moment, but we do have stuff to share with you, not only from the blog post, but we will take a look at Beck's video, plus an extra little tidbit of information that did come from Star Trek The Cruise, exclusive information that was available to the inside audience here.
If you're not here, joke's on you.
Cruise.
You missed out. They produced a completely different production just for the cruise that nobody will ever get to see again.
Nobody will ever get to watch.
And it was very,
it was actually really good.
We watched it in front of Tim Russ and Garrett Wong.
They were very impressed.
I was proud of, just the whole, they were like, wow, damn, that looks really good.
And
this
it
did
look really good. I mean, the video looked really good.
I mean, kudos to that marketing department. They know how to edit something together.
Yeah.
Unlike me. I mean, I could do a much better job at production like that, but it'd take me a year to do it. So.
Are you all right?
I am just doing a little housekeeping around here.
Okay, just checking.
Just doing a little housekeeping.
Thank you, Don Zeno, here for the shenanigans and the leaks. We've got that. Hello. You want me to put this right here? No. Where are you putting it?
I'm just turning down your little light here.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see a little bit more of that sunset.
Oh, look at the water. God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That is wild.
There we go. See?
That is great. Daystra says we are in March now for our Partner Plus points.
Happy March.
And that is correct.
Yes.
We hit it for February. Thank you. Will you pause that for me right there?
Oh, are we losing again?
No, I just don't want to.
It's better housekeeping.
Yeah. Just there you go. All right. So appreciate you guys. Thank you, Don Zeno, for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. And yes, we are in a brand new month. Our third and final month of the Partner Plus promotion. We have $500 to give away which we're going to do very, very shortly. I did open a ticket, just so everybody's aware. I did open a ticket for the 575 people who entered to win the Hero Within jacket. I've got a ticket open. I'm trying to get a list of the names. Even if I can get the list, I can put it in Google Sheets and do a randomizer or something.
Pull it another way.
Yeah. But I definitely don't want to. Hi.
We just have nothing
Hello.
but friends here. We have nothing but friends.
Dude, I mean, people have been walking up to me all over the
That's
ship.
not the right camera. That's not the right. I got to change this to cut.
Uh,
they're gone now.
yeah,
See, it's not that there's nobody here. It's a big dining hall, and they're all to the left and to the right of us.
Yeah,
because
this right here, you're looking at the entrance.
They see the cameras, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't want to shove my face full of food from the buffet on camera."
Yeah, that's true. Matt Hatter says, I can't see anything but reflections on foreheads and glass.
Oh,
whatever.
give me a break.
Look right.
Look at that beautiful. Come on.
Yeah, you can see the water moving. We are streaming in 1080 HD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that is clearly water moving over here.
All right.
Right over my shoulder, right here. That's moving water.
Yeah. Cruzito says, I can't believe you are against Apex Shred. Are you freaking kidding me?
Okay, hold on. Number one, we didn't identify what DJ's big problem was. That's number one.
Yeah.
And number two, hypothetically, if he were against Apex Shred, why wouldn't you be against Apex Shred?
Yeah, Cruzito. We're going to talk about all of that tonight because here we are on day 7. And we are going to give you Star Trek Fleet Command content tonight. Now, if somebody wants to come up and hang out for a minute, obviously, just so everybody is clear, we're going to do a quick little sidebar there because we have made a ton of friends on this cruise, and a lot of them have said that they would love to support the show.
We're well in excess of like 150 STFC players on this ship now.
Well, not only that, but I'm talking about specifically like the cast that we've talked to. I actually got to make cupcakes today with Jonathan Del Arco. Del Arco. Yes. I got to make I've got footage of that.
Where the hell was I when you were making cupcakes with Jonathan Del Arco?
Standing in line all day.
I was standing in line
long.
all day, but it's for a very good reason. I can't wait to show you guys why, which we'll talk about there in a little bit.
You poor guy. Next year, I almost feel like we need to bring
what I need to do is I need to bribe somebody. I need to pay them off to just stand in line
just
for
to
me
stand
the
in
whole
line
time.
for you.
That'll
we
be
don't
my
have time.
line standing.
You've been in line for 10 hours this week.
I don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time.
Not enough time.
Not enough time. So Silvertab says, I need Apex Shred explained. We're going to explain everything to you here
We're going to
tonight.
get into the nitty-gritty as without being banned.
Oh, no, I don't think there's any being banned.
Okay, good. We'll talk all about it.
We're going to talk all about it.
We don't like about
all right,
it.
we're going to talk all about it tonight.
Yes, we will.
Daystro says, I'll do it. I'll stand in line for you. You don't want to volunteer to do that, do you? That's a miserable
But you know
job.
what? That's exactly something that Daystros would volunteer to do.
Yeah,
He is
Daystros
definitely
is such
just
a nice
such a
guy.
nice guy.
Captain Shaw, thank you very much. Any idea if they will be adding new officers to the Independent Archives this month?
Ooh. Well, there aren't any officers in Independent Archives. There are officer shards.
Well, yeah, you're referring to new officers shards that you can get by pulling ship loops. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, we can't even confirm at this point in time that there is an update to the Independent Archives.
Absolutely.
Yet.
We are not allowed to tell you that there is or is not an update to the Independent Archives.
Okay. I think we covered that.
Yeah. So, we do have some stuff. All right.
That's the great thing about being a podcast in audio format. So we can say something and completely back it up with what you may or may not be seeing on video, but nobody will ever hear from the mothership.
That's right. Yeah. Outsmarting that. So just looking at a couple of the comments, let me say thanks to a couple of people. Hey, Tef, Server 72 is here. What's going on? Shout out on Server 72, the Bad Alliance. Thank you.
I like it.
Captain Shaw, Ben Side, Dragon Keeper, Daystros, Walker, Enterprise, Anubis, Hypodermics hanging out, Enterprise, Sigma Grind Set. Thank you. What's going on? Looking for some leaks. We've got some leaks for you.
Oh, we can leak it up.
We've got stuff. So,
oh, look at this.
Hey,
Sirtail.
Hey, thank you very much.
Sirtail,
Appreciate you.
I need to get on your website because after contorting myself for a week, it's just like the commercial says. I need to relax and unwind. Ooh.
Yeah, Sirtail. Yeah. Listen, we need a couple of things shipped out. All right, I need a vacation after this, which did not end up being a vacation. You know, Mrs. Boss is expecting me back to work on Monday.
This is no vacation.
No, Mrs. Boss is expecting me back to work on Monday, and I need a break.
You're going to go to work on Monday, and you're going to like it.
I'm going to go to work on Monday, but whew, man, there's going to need to be something here.
All of your 4 monitors are there on your quad split screen with your special.
That is true.
Who makes the desk?
Streamlabs.
The Streamlabs desk with the quad thing, and like, who needs 4 computer screens on their adjustable desk to run, operations in part of a car dealership?
Dealership stuff? I mean, 4 screens would be very helpful.
Dealerships. Why? You got Ford commercials playing on one screen. You got a spreadsheet on the second screen. You got like an appointment list on the third screen.
Lots of things. Silver Tab says always take an extra day or 2 after vacation. Yeah, but I can't. All right. I'm getting home on Sunday. And I didn't want to take
beautiful sunset. But the final seconds of it.
Yeah, it's almost gone. But yeah, just so pretty. You can see the water moving back here. It's not a picture. We're sitting up against a glass. You guys have seen it all week. Rustbreaker says, did I change my flight? Yes.
He finally succumbed to common sense.
Okay. Honestly, I wasn't going to. You want to hear why I finally did? And I don't know if you've got this screenshot you can pull up. You don't use display capture, do you?
I do use display capture.
Okay. The Port of Miami dock report.
Okay, you want me to show? Oh, wait, over there? I can't screenshot your laptop, pal.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but it's in the cruise chat. I didn't know if you could pull that up and drag it over. But anyway, I'll just read it. It's fine. The Port of Miami dock report has Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas returning to Terminal G tomorrow morning.
At what time?
At 7 a.m.
Oh.
With 8 total cruise ships at the port concurrently, and half of Miami shut down for the Miami Marathon.
Oh, that's definitely not going to aid your travel plans.
No. So I did indeed delay my flight until 2:30, which means now I'm not going to get home until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not looking forward to that. As a matter of fact, by delaying my flight, I now have to add an extra layover. So I'm going, oh, God.
What?
I am going to Detroit, and I'm going to be laid over in Detroit for like 4 hours.
That's
Detroit. All right. Now, listen. It's not that I have anything against Detroit, but it's going to be frigid cold. It's 80 right now. I'm wearing shorts, okay? I have to go to Detroit and sit there for 4 hours.
And it's probably snowing.
And then I get to connect back to Charlotte, where I lay over again for not very long, an hour, hour and a half, and then have my flight back to Tri-Cities.
That's a terrible travel day.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, but I wasn't probably going to make it before.
You know what Griffin's travel day consists of?
Driving.
Get my bags on the hallway by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Waking up at 6:30, having a nice hot shower, and then walking off the ship, paying somebody $20 to go get my bags from customs, so I don't have to do that, and then loading my car and driving for 4 hours.
And then you'll be home. You'll be home before my flight even takes off.
I will be home before noon.
Yeah. You'll be home before my flight even takes off.
Just in time to hop into the preheated pool.
I could almost, well, not quite waffly. I could drive. But I mean, no, the drive is about 16 hours. I'm pretty sure.
That's not a fun drive.
No, it's not going to be a fun drive. Plus, I'm exhausted. I am going to look forward to sleeping tomorrow.
It's been a long week and a lot of lines, but I will not be driving home empty-handed, DJs. I will be bringing with me the only in existence that we know of.
Yeah, no, the only in existence according to the cast.
Star Trek Voyager Endgame Part 2 script, which is signed by Garrett Wong and by Ethan Phillips and by Jerry Ryan right there. She took up half the page. Thanks, Jerry. And by Robbie Duncan McNeil. And what is this at the end?
Roxanne.
Here? Oh, that's Roxanne Dawson there.
Yeah.
And Kate Mulgrew down here. And by Tim Russ over here. And by Bob Picardo down here. So I've got 8 of the 9 principal actors
You're
of Voyager.
missing Robert Beltran.
I'm missing because he's not on the ship.
That's correct.
But I will run into Robert Beltran. I know exactly where that man lives, what city that he lives in.
Okay.
Right off of La Cienega.
Okay. You're just going to go knock on his door?
One day, next time in town for production, I'm going to track that guy down.
I mean, listen.
$100.
If Robert Beltran is the last one that we need, that is very obtainable. That is going to happen. We're going to be able to pull
it's not like
that
I'm
off.
trying to track down Scott Bakula.
Yeah. Then take it to Pawn Stars and see how much they offer you.
No. They're all written out. Two Griffin, 4 Griffin, 2 Griffin. I did that specifically so they knew that I would be keeping this sucker.
Yeah.
And this is just I am very, very excited to have this done. Thank you for those of you who encouraged me to do it, especially Moopsy, who tried to outbid me in the auction only to fail.
And Alicia, thank you so much for your tier 3. That is beautiful.
And Alicia's starting us off.
Yes, absolutely. Taking a look at some good right there. J-Babes, thank you for your tier 2. Look at you.
Nice.
All right.
J-Babes.
Jace is the man with the tier 1.
Thank you,
Jules
Jace.
Verne, thank you so very much. We appreciate you guys.
Jules, thank you
so
for
very
getting
much.
that event sorted it out on Friday morning and
Yeah.
making sure that worked out properly.
Yeah,
that was great feedback.
We do appreciate everybody who has stepped up back home in the laboratory and in the dev chat and taking care of all that stuff for us when we've been here bringing you this event. And then, of course, trying to keep up with what's going on in the game. So, with that, we should talk about today's blog post. All right, I'm going to pull mine up.
I can hold. Let me get it to where we can have us on the screen and the blog post on the screen. I do
Okay.
have that prepared, so I
right.
can accomplish that. I just need to go to
That would be great.
Our favorite website, StarTrekFleetCommand.com.
Yeah, so here's on our to-do list.
Oh,
here.
who's that?
This is,
Swifty?
golly, Wilson dropping 5 gifted, Wilson.
Oh, right.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for dropping 5 gifted in here tonight. So, here, I'm going to give you the broad rundown of the stuff we're going to be talking about tonight, okay? Solo wave defense.
Can you scoot in a little bit towards me?
Yeah, sure can.
And we'll just use this. We'll just use this one.
All right. Solo wave defense. We've got that on the list here.
We've
got the new Baram we're going to be talking about. We've
there's
got
Beck.
Apex Shred that we're going to be talking about. And some of the additions into the faction store. And I could be convinced tonight. Well, obviously, we see Philippa Georgiou.
Yes, we do.
see the Baram, so we know that this is going to be themed around Section 31. Really, truthfully, the only thing that is not on here that I'm going to leak to tonight would be your officers. All right, how about that? Is that fair? Can I give you that little bit of leak?
We like leaks.
We'll give you the leaks. All right.
Beck doesn't like leaks, but
She does
we're
not.
a fan.
Well, I mean, she does. They're plants. All right.
Now,
Now,
leeks are, yes, they're a very tasty plant.
yeah. Now, here's the deal. Okay, I see the chat kind of being a little bit silly, being a little bit fussy in here. And Alicia saying, "Who asked for solo waves?" Well,
Oh, a
here's-
lot of people have asked for solo waves. What are you talking about?
Well, here's the deal. Wave defense is a new feature. It's just like armadas. Okay, this is going to continue to iterate. All right, I'm here to tell you. Do you remember when armadas first came out? There was one. Okay, how many different armadas do we have now?
Many people might not remember that far back in the game, to be fair.
To be fair, there used to be literally just G3 FKR armadas. That was it. There was nothing else. And now you have 30 different kinds. Okay, so Solo Armadas is one of the newer tech modes or gameplay modes in this game. They are going to continue to iterate. As a matter of fact, I learned an interesting fact this week from the engineering team.
Oh, what's that?
And that you will see in your game, and I've been authorized to share this with you. You know how Mirror Universe is yellow right now?
Yes, that's the color of the wave because it was the most recent one released.
That's right. And I just assumed that it was yellow to differentiate it from the original wave defense, which was blue.
Yeah.
So when this new wave defense came out, that it would be a different color.
Like
no.
pink or fuchsia
Green
or puce.
Puce. Puce would have been a good one.
Yeah.
No. Instead, you guys are going to make sure that you need to actually pay attention to that area of space and know which is which, because now mirror waves are turning blue, and these new solo wave systems will now be the gold ones.
Oh, so basically
Okay.
what we're saying is when we get a new kind of wave, that will be the gold-colored.
That's correct.
Very good. I like
Now-
that. I like everything about that.
Here's the thing about solo waves, and this is some of the stuff. Let's first take a quick peek inside the blog post with what it says. The refreshed mode reimagines our classic wave defense, tailoring it for the solo commander.
Oh, we're back up here.
With 3 ships. Okay? 3 ships. You are going to be able to fly in with 3 ships inside your solo wave defense. All right.
There you go.
So already going to be a little bit busier and a little bit trickier than what you would have done previously.
I clicked the video.
That's all right. We'll be getting to it here in just a moment. So already just a little bit different than what you're at now with 3, okay? We've got this new center target, the Baram, and we're going to show you a video gameplay of that here in just a couple of moments. I'm here to tell you, you will not survive 20 hits.
Ooh.
We're down to 4.
4 hits
5.
and you're out?
That's right. Okay.
Boy,
it's just you. You got to cover the system. All right. So you're down to about 4 or 5 hits, depending on your wave level. All right. And the rewards. Now, I am going to go ahead. Listen, I'm telling you now, probably more than we should be, but we've got the insight into this, and we've got the exclusive information regarding the new solo waves. The reason there's 2 reasons that I love this mechanic.
Okay.
Okay. The first one is that it's solo. All right. I don't have to rely on other people. I don't have to gather a team.
You can run it whenever you want. 3 o'clock in the morning in your underwear. You want to do a wave? Boom. You got a wave.
You got it. All right. By the way, by all accounts provided by engineering, this should also satisfy your wave defense battle pass.
Now, that has been my question.
Yeah. Listen,
So,
they're saying that it should.
There's at least hope that will be the case.
Absolutely. Okay.
Wow. Well, then why would anybody? I'll reverse your question. Whoever had in chat, why even run a group wave defense again? If I could do whatever I want to.
You still have the credits that come from the other. You still have the liquid Trillium D that you're going to need from those earlier waves, right?
Okay, well, if you're one of those people that still needs Trillium D, this
God,
guy doesn't need any Trillium D. I got so much Trillium D, I don't have any room for more in my.
How about this? How about this is the mechanic that I kind of teased about, where we're getting a new piece of this reimagined loop that will indeed replace the traditional mirrors, traditional waves, and mirror wave defense.
That's pretty good.
Meaning,
also, I really like the artwork on this.
Oh yeah, the artwork is beautiful.
Look at that. That's
meaning, by the way, when you play in a wave defense and you earn the rewards in this wave defense, you will not only be earning the new credits, but you will also be earning the mirror credits.
What?
And you'll be earning the original credits.
When you do this solo wave, you get all 3?
All 3.
Stop it.
You'll get all 3.
That's too nice.
They are literally retiring original waves and mirror waves. This is how you play. This is how you design reiterative content.
We have taken steps actually forward?
Yes.
That can't be the case.
I know.
That
Shocked me too.
That was another.
Shocked me too. Okay? But what I'm here to tell you is that with the release of this new Section 31 solo wave defense themed event, all right, themed feature.
That beautiful spiral on your screen right now.
Which is the Baram, by the way, all right? We will be able to replace the previous runs of waves.
That is, I'm going to give a big number 1 answer to Scopely. Number 1 on the board. We've actually created something that replaces something. We've created something that replaces something.
Yes. Now, listen. Candy White says, where is the other shoe? Well, here it is. Okay?
Oh, there's another shoe?
There is a shoe. And we're going to drop it.
Okay, go for it.
This is the next level of challenge.
Okay.
These hostiles, we are told, K9 Tooth, Jonathan Ingram, Istio Cat, we're told that these are going to be nasty, nasty hostiles.
So they're going to take you around corner and they're going to.
That's what we're told.
Oh.
Now, a couple of things to know, that there are going to be 3 different versions, all right? As in, there is G4, G5, and G6 levels of solo waves.
Okay,
right?
and how do we determine the difference between the 3?
Level 40, level 50, level 60.
Okay. Is that it? Just level 40, 50, 60? So there's like a 40 and a 44 and a 48 and a 40.
Well, no, as far as the wave defense, it's 40s, 50s, 60s.
I wonder if a 52 is harder than a 58.
Nothing for G3.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
If you were here,
no.
if you were here, Yeah, Swifty.
We're done with that.
If you were here, I would throw something at you because there hasn't been anything for G3 in 2 years. Okay,
Swifty, you
Get
have
with the program, bro.
You
Get
have
with the program.
You have now encouraged me and motivated me. I'm gonna have to create a new account, DJ, from scratch on a brand new server, and I'm gonna show Swifty just how fast you can get from level 1 to level 42.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
okay.
And I'm gonna call it Swifty's 1 to 42 in 2025.
Dirty Bird Bill says if current waves are changing to no, I didn't say they were changing. Because there is still potentially, and I see this in the chat, so low G4 are screwed. Maximus Bull says, so G3 screwed as usual. G3, you are not screwed. You are not screwed. You're just behind. You've been given 2 years' notice. And actually longer than that.
I mean,
because the game's been over for G3 for 2 years.
Most of you hate Doge, but they even gave the government people like 10 months.
That's right. You guys
got
the
2
notice.
years.
You got the notice. All right. Now, here's the deal. All right, Swifty says my account is only a few months old and I'm level 35. Well, that's great.
See?
Finish what you're doing, Swifty.
You're
and
on
then
the right
bump
track.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Then I will continue to call it Swifty's level 1 to 42 in 2025 video series.
There you go. All right. Now, let's talk about that's right. Independent Archive was for 16 plus. Yeah, but no, that was retiring old content. That wasn't introducing new content.
That was retiring old content.
All right. That was retiring old content. Now, there's a couple of reasons why the old waves are still going to exist. So, first of all, Dirty Bird Bill, we are not removing the original waves.
They stay there. They're blue.
They're there if you want to do them or if you need to do them because these new ones are going to be a challenge, okay? And you will be able to still run the old ones if you need extra amounts of credits. If you want to supplement that with extra runs, you can still do all of that. Okay. But you will be paid those credits if you complete the new solo waves. Here's another thing for time, by the way. The new solo waves, they're 5 waves, not 10.
Oh, so you only go 5 rounds.
5 levels.
That's pretty good.
So it's going to save you time.
I love that.
It's going to save you some time. Excuse me, my voice. It's not like we've been talking for a week, so my voice is teetering on the edge.
Do you need more
here.
water, buddy? Can I get
I'm good. I'm good for now. But we are teetering on the edge. So there are 5 levels, okay? Now, here's the thing. They are allegedly going to be challenging. So if you are unable to go ahead. If you're unable to complete, say, even level 3 or level 4, if you need to back down to some of the others to earn a sufficient number of credits, then you'll be able still to run those, okay? But there, to my knowledge, Bill, are not going to be conversions for the old directives, for example, to the new directives. All right, you can still run the old ones. As far as the number of directives that you will be receiving for solo waves, my understanding, I believe, and please don't hold me to this because it's been a week since I saw my notes. Actually,
and it's very early information. So
it is early information, but I believe the number was 2 per day, which is stupid good sourcing. All right, but I'm going to double check my notes here real quick to see if I can find that. Oh, my God.
Anytime now, he'll have that pulled up. Let's see what you got.
All right. It should be right here. Okay. I didn't write it down, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I am 90% sure.
We'll take 90%.
I am 90% sure that this is 2 per day. 2 starts per day. All right. But it's also designed to be much faster, and it's designed to be quicker. But you may still want Liquid Trillium D. You may still want more mirror credits. You may, whatever. So you can still do the old stuff. Okay.
I think that's fair.
Now here's the deal. How many hostiles per wave? I don't know because I did not make it to level 5 with quote unquote my weak ass ships. Thank you, Lube. I did not make it to level 5. Okay,
I did,
so I don't know.
I did. Am I allowed to discuss that or not?
Sure. Do you remember how many hostiles there were in round 5?
I do.
Oh, well then, yeah. How many were there?
In my case, there were 15.
So 15 in level 5.
But
in round 1, it was like 3 or 4.
Their appearance pattern is not like the first wave. They're not like the original waves. They appear in different places and in different positions. to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, now this, by the way, was positive feedback that I like. Cruzito, I've seen this in the chat, okay? I've seen this in the chat. Well, it's already tough on mobile, so these systems are smaller.
They are smaller.
Okay? As a matter of fact, Cruzito, and again, I did play test on a PC, but these systems are smaller, all right? And the spawn points for the hostiles are inside. They're not coming from outside of the system. Thank you, dude.
They literally appear like on that second ring.
Yeah, they're spawning on the outermost ring of a system. Okay? So they're spawning in the system, which should allow you to be scrolling around a little bit less. Now, you're still going to have to, Cruzito, okay? You're still going to have to look around. You're going to have to hunt. But they're not coming from outside the system.
And they're not coming
in.
like, here comes 5 of them. Here comes 6 of them.
That's right. They're one. All right. They're going to be spawning in all over the place. All right. Vic says, my cell phone is a potato. Can I still play? Sure. Why not?
Man, I just can't wait to get home and have myself a nice, delicious Welch's Ghost Grape energy drink. It's been 9 days. I am tired. I am exhausted. I can barely keep my eyes open.
I know, dude.
And it's
my
because
gosh.
I'm dealing with this piss water, this Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's good. What?
Zero.
You can't say that about our sponsors.
This is not our sponsor.
No, they don't pay us.
This is a sponsor for cancer.
Nuge says, do you use 2 ships still? Nope, it's up to 3.
Yeah,
all right,
3
you're
ships.
up to 3 ships, all right? Does Kirshara work? Yes.
It does.
Kirshara works, and in our very limited play testing, it worked well. Okay? I did not have any problems with it during my play test. It worked wonderfully. Okay?
Well, that's because you don't have a lot of the components that a lot of people feel make the Kirshara unstable, which is like, oh, here comes another player who killed my hostile that I had in queue.
That's right. Another issue that breaks Kirshara is a hostile despawning.
Oh, here comes
example,
Dirty
right?
Belly's checking on your shield.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Another issue with Kirshara is when a hostile despawns or disappears from the system and it's in your queue. You're not going to have that.
You're not going to have that.
Okay? So, listen, it's going to be, from all accounts, the playtest indicated that it was decently solid. Kirshara was working well. Are you going to use Speed Cruise? Now, here's the deal, guys. All right. According to Scopely, the reason that I was not able to finish Wave 5, did you finish Wave 5?
I did.
Oh, but it was a G4 one, wasn't it?
No, I did a G6er.
Did you really?
Yeah, but I did not use the Speed Crew.
No. Well, here's the thing. According to Scopely, these are very challenging targets. And for a lot of us, and this is where I have issues, for a lot of us, it may be necessary to employ a little bit of Apex Shred. These hostiles are going to have gargantuan amounts of Apex Barrier. Okay? Yeah, they are going to be stupidly big with Apex Barrier. Now, that tells me right off the bat what my focus is going to be with these hostiles.
And what is that?
Damage. It's got to be up front. It has to be overwhelming and overpowering amounts of damage.
Or you've got to find ways to counteract their Apex Barrier.
Well, there's only one way to counteract Apex Barrier, and that is called Apex Shred, which, unfortunately, this month is not going to be super widely available to most grinding players.
That's right. The hot new mechanic sweeping the nation is Apex Shred.
Now, Hypodermic says, is Apex Shred the thing that you wanted changed? It is indeed, okay? Here's the deal. Apex Shred, to me, and we can talk a little bit more about this.
Without getting too impassioned or overstepping.
That's correct. And listen, I feel like now is a better time to be objective about it because now everybody knows what it is.
And remember that conversation where the person said about, remember?
Well, yeah, I don't want to influence anybody negatively. Now that we know what it is, let me explain to you what it does and why I'm concerned about it. Okay?
Is there a part of the blog post I should scroll down to for that?
There's not a lot of detail in here about Shred. Okay,
there really isn't, is there?
There's not a whole lot here. I'll read you what it says. It says Apex Shred
yeah.
is a tactical modifier that reduces the damage mitigation provided by an enemy's Apex Barrier. In essence, while Apex Barrier converts flat numbers into extra survivability, Apex Shred is going to slice through that survivability, diminishing the barrier's protective effect by a percentage. This means that with a well-timed application of Apex Shred, even the most fortified foes can be brought closer to defeat.
No, I don't
right?
like that sentence. That makes me feel like at some point in the middle of a battle, I can hit a button, and that's not what this is.
No, it's not. It is simply an ability. It will be available via artifact. It will be available via some officers. It will be available, et cetera, et cetera.
However, these are available.
However, it becomes available. Now, these new Baram solo wave hostiles are going to have a ridiculous amount of apex barrier. That is how they are built. They have indicated to me that the way to be wildly and highly successful in the new solo waves is going to be utilizing Apex Shred. If it were simply PvE, then I could understand and I wouldn't have a big deal. Wouldn't have a whole lot to say about it because I like a challenging hostile. And we always have challenging hostiles when they come out. Griffin.
It's what keeps the game active.
Sure.
And it's what keeps the late-stage players engaged.
Yeah. So if Apex Shred came out and, it was PvE only and there was a really hard hostile up front, I mean, that's a common denominator. I mean, we had the Zindies, right? And then we had Aquatics, and you had to have the NX-01. And then you got Mirror Universe, and you got the Omega hostiles.
And then between the
the
silent
Protector.
hostiles, they were hard, too.
You had but no ship ever really came for those.
No, you just needed your best ship.
You just needed to knock those out. But with most hostiles, things come along that make the loop easier as time go on. But when it comes out, it's a little bit stinky. It's a little bit tough, all right? That is not going to be the difference here, all right? That's not going to be any different here. These new hostiles that are coming out in solo wave defense are going to be more challenging. They are going to be tough. They are going to use a mechanic that will encourage the adoption of Apex Shred, which is why I don't have a problem with it in PvE. Where I'm concerned about this particular mechanic is that it is universal, okay? Meaning that it will work in PvE and PvP.
Which means that it's going to spill into every corner of the game, not just these solo waves.
That's correct. And what I find troubling about that, at least from, and by the way, let me be very clear. I have only examined the math on this thing. I have not played with Apex Shred, all right? I do not know. I have not played with Apex Shred in PvP. Let me rephrase. But I do know that if you go back a year and a half, whatever, 2 years, you go back and PvP has always been really, really challenging, and you've got more power creep, and you've got other tools, and then you had Isolytic, and you had Carol Freeman, and you had the problem with critical damage, and you have all this, and Hull Breach, and PvP battles were over. Do you guys remember? PvP battles were over based on the first shot. Yeah. All right. I mean, it was who fired first.
The post-Carol Freeman days.
Okay. Post-Carol Freeman, it was who hit the attack button last. Over the last 2 years, they have
mitigated that.
They've inched their way closer to a balance of PvP. Now, it'll never be balanced, okay? But they have inched their way back through things like true critical reduction, through things like Apex Barrier, through things like some of the new assimilation, Mirror Universe crewing. They have gotten PvP back to a point, right, Bill, that it's not just who pressed the button last. Like, they're lasting. In some cases, it might still be one round, but in a lot of cases, we're now back in the 2 to 5 round range.
Or even more.
Or possible. Potentially more.
You see a lot of that in the arenas.
So Putt says, we finally got it inching better and better and better, and now we're going to go backwards. Is that what you're saying? And that's what I'm afraid of.
Well, the thing is that it all depends on the implementation of Apex Shred, how widely available it is, and how quickly it becomes widely adopted within the community. Because remember, if everybody has 1,000 Apex Shred, then nobody has 1,000 Apex Shred.
That is not true.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess it is kind of true, but that's not going to be the case.
That's not going to be the case because spenders will spend on it.
Because it'll be available for sale.
Yeah.
So the thing that concerns me with this, and this is why I kind of fought against it, and then I wanted to step back and be more objective about it, and that's why I'm kind of giving you some of the objective facts on this now. The bottom line is the facts are it works in PvE and PvP. And if Apex Barrier was one of the biggest things that brought PvP back to what could be considered a quasi-balanced state, or at least a more balanced state than it has been in the past, then I am afraid that we are undoing that by the introduction of Shred. Basically, Shred will bypass Apex Barrier.
That's not true. Because there's not a point to where we have a 1-to-1 barrier to shred ratio.
Listen, bypass doesn't mean 100%. And by the way, it is using a diminishing return formula. All right, so he's right. It will never be 100% bypass. But it is diminishing return. So your first 100% is going to get you, 30 or 50%. Then your second 100% is going to get you another 18%. And then, so that'll take you to 66%. Then it'll go to 72%. So it is law of diminishing returns with respect to Apex Shred. So there's always going to be some barrier there.
Well, Jules Verne has his homework cut out for us because that's what we're really looking at here is what does this really get us to? Does it cap off at ultimately you lose half of your Apex Barrier? Does it cap off at ultimately lose 95% of your Apex Barrier? Where are we landing?
It's only going to depend on what comes out, okay? It depends on how much they release because I'm here to tell you, I know what the formula is. The formula is Apex Barrier equals 1 divided by 1 plus Apex Shred bonus. All right? So if you get 100% Apex Shred, it's going to be barrier equals 1 divided by 2.
That's 50%.
It's 50%. So your first 100% of Apex Shred is going to be the most potent.
And no matter how much Apex Barrier you have, your enemy will be able to potentially take 50% of the way at their first 100%.
Well, again, we don't know how much they're gonna come out with. They could come out. Listen, if they came out with it like in artifacts and it's 1% and 2% and 3% and 4% and things like that, that's fine.
That's
okay?
what I'm saying. Those are the numbers that we do not yet know. Is that true?
We do not know those numbers.
Correct.
Okay, we do not know those numbers. But here's the dangerous thing. Okay, here's the dangerous thing. This is a law of diminishing returns, which means that once you get to 90, it'll be easy to get to 90, 95%. And then where is the Apex Barrier mechanic at all?
It's as though it doesn't exist.
It's forever gone. It is forever gone.
Well, I don't like that.
I don't either.
Especially if you've invested a whole lot of money and time into acquiring a bunch of Apex Barrier. That's not ideal. That's the proverbial that you see in the chat, the slap in the face.
It is very much like the circular game design that we've seen over the last couple of years, where you introduce something, then you introduce the counter. And if everybody has it, like you had indicated,
then nobody has it.
Then nobody has it. You're back to checksum zero, And so you bought, you spent, you grinded, you invested, and then everybody's back to null. And I am not a fan of that, okay? I'm not a real big fan of that. It is a scary, disappointing thing to me. Now, again, I want to be very clear. I'm not slamming it. I'm not suggesting pitchforks. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm saying that this is how it works, and I am uncertain on how severe the math is going to be up front.
Because we don't even know how much of it is going to be released into the population. That's thing number one.
But, and you're right, but here's the thing. No matter what, over the course of a year, 2 or 3, it's going to eventually completely nullify Apex Barrier. And Apex Barrier was the PvP savior in this game over the last 2 years, over the last year.
Yeah.
Okay?
The Freeman fixer.
It was the Freeman fixer. Isolytic damage made things so much worse. All right? Between isolytic damage and hull breach and critical damage, it made things untenable in the game. They had to do something, and they did, and I personally praised them for the release of Apex Barrier. It solved the problem.
The rhetorical question is, I wonder if both ideas were developed at the same time. Don't know. We'll never know. All we can do now is see what this Apex Shred is going to do to the PvP model in the game and how it affects everything from ship loadout to the artifacts and the chaos tech and the forbidden tech you bring along, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I get it. I do. Thank you, General Darkfire, for the Prime sub. Raj, thank you, by the way, for the 13-month resub at Tier 1. Putz, thank you for the resub at Tier 1. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. I see in the chat that Mimi says the irony here, DJs, is specifically speaking the formula is much more reassuring to me than the actual blog post. Mimi, that means we know how it's going to work.
Yep, that's true.
All right. But it also means that in all likelihood, given history, given precedent, it's not going to take long for Apex Barrier to be completely nullified as a mechanic.
Yeah.
And that is my concern. Okay. Now, this is the piece that I was talking about weeks ago that I was not a big fan of. And if Scopely has gone in and made some things better, then I will be happy. I mean, if this thing comes out in a couple of point increments, if it's coming into the game anyway, then let's slow it down. Let's slow roll it a little bit so that we've got time to reiterate, right? So that we've got time. If this mechanic comes out, that's fine, but then let's find some shred counter or some additional ways to increase barrier, for example. And by the way, they're not the same. All right? Mathematically speaking, it will not, let me rephrase. Mathematically speaking, increasing barrier is not going to directly counter shred. What we are going to need to have is a counter to Apex shred, and they are very different things. Because Mimi, and here's why I fundamentally argue with Mimi. Mimi, you're right. The diminishing formula, the diminishing return formula indicates that Apex barrier will never be completely gone. But I want you to look at isolytic defense now. All right, we're looking at isolytic defense in the multiple thousands. So how much isolytic attack actually gets through? It's a very, very tiny amount. It is still there, but it's a very, very tiny amount. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree.
Okay. So barrier is going to be the same way. We could have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of barrier. But if we eventually end up with hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds or thousands of percent of shred, then it doesn't matter if we have 100,000 barrier or 1,000 barrier, 98.976 of it is going to be mitigated. You see? So while it will never be 100% gone, I agree with you, you're going to get away, you're going to remove its effectiveness essentially by, if you only have 1 or 2% of your Apex barrier left, is it worth having? So increasing barrier is not the answer. We are going to, if we want to carefully control this mechanic, then it's going to need to have Apex shred, and then there's going to need to be a reduction to your enemy's Apex shred.
Or a Apex barrier floor.
Or an Apex barrier floor, potentially.
Like a PvP Apex barrier floor.
Dallas says there's already 0% isolytic damage being done in some reports. That's not mathematically possible. Okay? Not zero, at least as far as I'm aware.
Well, remember that
it's supposed to be
that building that came out with the Nova Squadron. Doesn't that make it the Apex Barrier 0 with that particular training, that research?
No, those were criticals, not Apex Barrier.
Oh, okay, criticals.
The isolytic defense formula prevents 100%. It's an infinite model. So it is mathematically impossible to get to a full 100.00% isolytic reduction.
Well, there you go.
Okay. But sorry, we keep waving at people that are waving at us, and then hi, everybody.
Well, there goes James Doohan, the ghost of.
So now Jonathan Ingram says, actually, there is a way in station isolytic defense. So, okay, that's possible. But, yeah, mathematically speaking, the isolytic defense formula prevents that. Okay?
That's very true.
And what you are going to see with Apex Shred is the exact same mathematical formula, which is a diminishing return efficiency formula, which mathematically means that your Apex barrier can never get to 0.
Correct.
All right? But we saw in the chat here just a second ago that for a lot of players right now, you're already running. Jonathan Ingram says right now, on average in his battles, he sees approximately 93% of his Isolytic getting mitigated. Wow. That means out of everything you invested in Isolytic, Cascade, Attack, you're left with 7% here after the dust is settled.
93% of it's in the can?
93% of what you have invested in and paid for and grinded is gone.
Ugh.
That is the danger of Apex Shred.
That's the big...
I am terrified of this math. Again, there are ways that it can come out. And by the way, everybody that we've talked to about this at Scopely has been receptive to the reports. Okay?
That's true.
I do not know if this is going to be another Carol Freeman incident. Okay? I do not know. But that is what I fear.
Well, not on day one so much as in the long run, though.
Yeah, because, listen, it's not like Apex Shred is going to be a one-and-done month. Eventually, just like Isolytic Defense, we're going to continue to ramp this thing up. There's going to be artifacts. There's going to be technology. There's going to be research. There's going to be officers. There's going to be ships. There's going to be all this stuff that ends up coming and increasing your Apex Shred to the point where eventually it's going to be just like Isolytic damage, with Jonathan Ingram saying 93, 94, 95% of it is just going to end up in the trash.
Wow.
And then what about everything that we put into Apex Barrier? Now, that being said, this is the one thing that I have pause about this month. And again, let me be very, very clear. I'm actually not in a negative mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not trying to instill pitchforks.
He hasn't yelled at one Scopely employee in person or by phone on this entire ship.
That's right.
Voyage.
That's right. I haven't been pacing the halls screaming at game design, like
Chain
I did
smoking.
like I did with the Zindi. I haven't been smoking about
drinking heavily.
I'm in a great mood, okay? And I hope that that's translating through my commentary here. I am concerned about this mechanic. I'm not going to sound the alarm. I have simply voiced my concerns, and I have jotted them down. I've escalated those concerns to the proper people, the proper channels that I've got access to, and we will see, okay? I do want you to see it for yourself. Listen, if it comes out and there's a prime for 5%, and there's an officer that comes out and it's 3% or increments of 0.5%, like it was with the artifacts.
Very small numbers.
Small, incremental, like let's let it have time to burn, Like I don't want to undo all of my Apex Barrier in one fell swoop.
And there still is the possibility of Apex Barrier 4 to mitigate Apex Shred, which is not yet introduced in the game. So there are things that can further slow us down and sort of put in a box where we're going to end up going with this.
You remember when Isolytic damage came out, I said this is great for the game if we baby step it.
Low and slow.
And then Carol Freeman came out.
And she put it on fire.
All right. I mean, it was like a freaking rocket ship.
Maximum intensity.
Okay. I'm saying the same thing again.
And then they sold her 2 days later.
I'm saying the same thing again. This is not a bad mathematical component if it is treated and handled carefully.
And with respect. You don't want to be coming in full throttle.
So, by the way, one of my suggestions, which I don't think they're going to do, okay, one of my suggestions was turn it off in PvP.
To make it a PvE-only mechanic.
Let us keep this in PvE. It would be a great mechanic in PvE. It's a survivability mechanic. It's going to let people punch up. It's going to let people do more, accomplish more, hit bigger targets. It's going to give people a sense of rewards and accomplishment and objective-based play. This is a wonderful feature in PvE.
To take care of these new solo waves.
All right, but PvP, it's not the right time.
In fact, that would be such a godsend to make this a PvE-only mechanic. What? What happened?
He just called it the godsend. What, you didn't do that on purpose?
No, why? What's wrong with the
It's a Section 31 arc. Like the thing, the missions this month are all about the godsend.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It is. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
well,
a
there
happy
you go.
accident. I can't take credit for it. I meant to do that. That was a
all
joke.
right. Everything is great.
Yeah.
So, that is what we're talking about. Now, you want to talk about stuff I'm very happy about? All right. I love the concept of solo waves. I truly do. I love the fact that if you are successful in solo waves, you will be able to replace mirror waves. You'll be able to replace original waves. I am happy with that. All right. If you, when we're talking about the logistics, we're talking about the screen size, we're talking about the spawn points, we're talking about Kirishara. I like all of that.
Should we watch the solo wave defense video?
We will here in just a second. There's other stuff that I like. All right. I don't remember how much more I can say right now.
Well, this is it. We're looking at the blog post.
Oh, no. You know what? Here. Yeah, you're looking at the blog post. Success in solo wave defense isn't just about survival. It's your gateway to a trove of exclusive rewards that will bolster your fleet and refine your combat capabilities. At the heart of this progression lies the Section 31 access key. This key will unlock a suite of upgrades and items such as favors, chaos tech, artifacts, and officers and refits. Every victory in solo wave defense will bring you closer to unlocking these critical assets, ensuring that each battle is not only a test of skill, but also a vital opportunity to enhance your overall strategy.
So what are these keys? How do we use them? What do they look like? Where do we go?
Well, you guys, a lot of questions there. Long story short, the keys are your rewards. You're going to bring them into a converter, and that's going to refine into Section 31 faction credits. Okay?
Okay.
You're going to see all this stuff in the Section 31 store. That makes sense.
So this is an update, a faction
It is an
store
update to the faction store. Okay.
With a new currency to spend in it, called Section 31 Access Key.
Essentially, yes.
Great.
All right. What is amazing about this is that we are going to see sourcing in this faction store for a number of items that have currently, up to this point in the game, been pay only.
Oh, this is a major upgrade to this store.
And I don't know. I mean, it doesn't say which artifacts and chaos tech and favors and all that stuff in the blog post, but I could leak one or two of them to you, couldn't I?
I mean, nobody's listening.
I could leak a couple of them to you. For example, remember that? You remember how you guys were getting all fussy about the LERPA last month?
Yeah,
LERPA's going to be there, everybody. Okay,
oh,
LERPA's there.
That's exciting.
Anorax's data pad. Anorax's data pad is going to be in there. You can click that button again. You want to click your button? I like your. It's shorter. Yeah, Anorax's data pad is going to be there. You liked this one, Amelia Earhart's plane.
Oh, that if you don't like that,
be in there.
You don't like NBA basketball. You need to get that in your game.
All right. I believe that somebody in our audience at one point, I don't remember who it was. Somebody in our audience had asked about Scotty's Trident scanner shards. Scotty's Trident scanner. That's going to be in there. Okay. Damn it. Demo says you should just watch the video because it's in the video. Damn it.
Okay.
All right. Time to watch the video. God bless it. I was gonna tell you.
Can you guys hear the video?
They will not be able to hear the video out there.
Why can't they hear the video here?
Greetings, Commanders.
They can.
Today, we're giving you an exclusive sneak preview of an exciting feature coming to Star Trek Fleet Command, Solo Wave Defense. Before we get started, make sure you leave a comment below letting us know what server you're hailing from. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with updates like these and more because we've got a lot of stuff coming.
She always says that.
Since the launch of Wave Defense, y'all have been requesting a way to participate solo, to earn rewards and progress at your own pace.
By the way, I thought it was super cute today at how many times Beck used the word y'all.
She got up to at least 20 times.
There was a lot of y'alls in her talk today. For those of you who are at home and don't know this information yet, Beck, our very own Rebecca Plants, hosted a panel here on Star Trek The Cruise with Tim Russ and Garrett Wong.
On stage, by herself, just the three of them.
Just the three of them up on stage.
And she handled it like a boss.
Oh, she killed it. What a show.
It was a really good one.
It was a great show, and we have it on tape. We'll be sharing it all with you. Probably not tonight. We've got to pack. We've got to tear down the studio tonight because we've got to have all of our stuff with the studio company by 10 p.m.
Not enough time.
There's not enough time, but we'll be working on it when we get home. But anyway, it was just cute. It reminded me of that, and I had to pause the button.
This month, Star Trek Fleet.
Okay, this will work for
I had
you
to
now.
pause the button. Oh, good. Spacebar?
Yep, go ahead.
Yay.
Command is pleased to introduce to you Solo Wave Defense. Solo Wave Defense has been completely reimagined for the independent commander. Let's break down Solo Wave Defense, how to participate, and a brief look at a new technical modifier, Apex Shred.
Yeah.
Oh,
Picture this. You're deploying up to 3 ships simultaneously, commanding 3 full crews as you face 3 to 5 rounds of intense, escalating combat. This mode has been designed to test your strategic planning and fleet composition like never before. Instead of strategizing with others, the pressure is on you to see how many waves you are prepared to face alone. In Solo Wave Defense, you'll encounter a new array of Apex Raider hostiles. Face off
well, there they
against
were
the
right there. You just saw them. You just saw the new systems.
All right.
There are the gold ones.
And there are the gold ones. All right.
And here are the 60s down here.
Yeah, there
and
should
there's
be
50s up here.
40s, 50s, and 60s.
So there's going to be 3 of these gold rings.
Yeah.
And
40s,
that's the
50s,
new
and
target
60s.
there. That's a very nice looking target floating in space.
All right, there you go.
Here we
All
go.
right, continue.
Apex Raider hostiles. Face off against the relentless Ferengi plunderers and the elusive Orion prowlers, each equipped with
Look at that sucker.
This is one of the new hostiles. By the way, I'm not pressing the button. It's not me. Okay? Just so you guys know.
Well, that's a beautiful ship. The
It
Orion
is a beautiful
Prowler.
ship. Yeah, this is the Orion
It's
Prowler.
an Orion Interceptor, in fact, we see down below.
It's one of the ones that you'll be fighting in the new Solo Wave Defense, all right?
robust Apex barrier defenses and unique buffs.
There, you heard it?
Robust.
Robust Apex barrier defenses.
And unique buffs.
And you need buffs, which is some of the favorites.
Not you need unique buffs.
Unique. Oh, yeah. No, there are. There are some unique buffs that are coming. As a matter of fact, we saw a couple of those. I'm going to, let's see. What were those buffs called? They're in the blog post because they didn't give us the name. Here, Black Market Armaments, boosting their isolytic damage and defense, all while diminishing your critical hit potential.
Where are you?
All right. It's in the blog post.
Tactical depth. I don't-
Right underneath the Baram picture.
Oh, there it is. right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, you've got 2 different abilities on these solo waves.
Oh, not playing
nice, increasing piercing, weapon damage, and barrier strength, while Black Market Armaments is boosting damage, their own isolytic defense, and diminishing your critical hit potential. These, again, are going to be challenging hostiles. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a ton of abilities and buffs that are built into these things, but there's going to be a ridiculous amount of Apex barrier. And you're
You're going to want to shred it.
going to need to shred it. Which, again, I don't mind in PvE. Saying. All right, let's continue.
Now look what's happened.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's right. These hostiles are equipped with Apex Barrier and are enhanced with buffs such as Not Playing Nice, which boost their piercing stats, weapon damage, and barrier strength,
Don't hit
as well
pause
as
anymore.
Black
All you had to do is play the video 2 more seconds.
I couldn't just wait 2 more minutes?
Market Armaments to ramp up their isolated damage while curbing your critical hits. Orion Prowlers take these buffs to the next level, ensuring that every battle demands your utmost tactical precision. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is Apex Shred? In a nutshell, Apex Shred is a tactical modifier that cuts through an enemy's Apex barrier. It reduces the barrier's productive value by a percentage, meaning even the most fortified foes can be brought closer to defeat. We'll be diving into more details on Apex Shred in our upcoming patch notes, so stay tuned. But what we can say is that Apex Shred is sure to really shake things up when it comes to Star Trek Fleet Command combat.
Understatement of the century. All right, continue.
I have finally figured out what I don't like about these productions.
What's that?
Success
This is what I don't like about these productions. I finally figured it out. You got Sweet Beck with her charming Southern, hospitality.
Yeah.
And her, fun little arm movements and everything. And then you have like this ominous, foreboding Deus Ex music playing in the background.
Oh, because it's ominous and foreboding information that she's sharing with us.
But by the sweetest girl in her Southern accent and her charming disposition, it's like putting bananas on your peanut butter sandwich. It don't go together.
Wait, what?
meaning even the most fortified foes can be brought closer to defeat. We'll be diving into more details on Apex Shred in our upcoming patch notes, so stay tuned.
See,
But what we
that
can
move.
say
You can't
is
do
that
that move. You can't do that move with
Stay
that kind of
tuned.
music in the background. You
Apex
can't.
Shred is sure to really shake things up when it comes to Star Trek Fleet Command combat.
Oh, yeah.
Success in solo wave defense isn't just about surviving the waves. It's your gateway to exclusive rewards. Earn
Pause.
the Section 31
All right, so look right here on your screen, guys. You've got the Section 31 access keys. You also have original Section 31 credits and Section 31 mirror credits. Now, this is what I said at the very beginning. What you'll notice here that you're missing is Liquid Trillium D. That is to be expected. We did make an argument for adding that back in, but that would be the draw of still continuing to earn directives and being able to do the mirror waves if you want to go in and do those. But these are going to pay the credits for the previous 2 versions of wave defense,
which is great. Yeah.
All right. Are you guys surprised that we're pausing the video? Like, have you never watched an ARC preview on this channel? Come on. Welcome to the big show.
Everyone access key to unlock powerful.
Welcome to the number 2 stream.
Yeah, that's right. We're the number 2 stream.
Upgrades in the faction store.
Here.
Look forward to specialized buffs that boost ship parts refinery output and ship parts conversion.
Is there anything in there that's new?
Well, yeah, let's take a look at this faction store. So what you should see, all right, you tell me what you see so I can read it. I can't see your screen very well.
Well,
so
that's very small. Here, I'll make this one bigger.
Here, okay, I'm just going to do, wait, what did I just do?
Here you go.
I broke something on my phone.
Oh, no.
There we go. All right.
I mean, that's pretty big.
Okay.
Just climb on over there. Come on, Grandpa.
All right. No,
what's that one? That's Chaos
I honest
Tech.
to God can't read
That's
those.
Chaos Tech. That's Chaos Tech. There's new Chaos
Can you
Tech
read
up
me
here.
the Chaos Techs?
Well, I don't have my reading glasses on here.
I can't. He's making fun of me for not being able to read them, and I can't read them either.
Unimatrix shielding. Solo. It says Solo.
Yeah,
that's
what's
new.
In blue. That's a new one.
Unimatrix shielding.
Yep, that's
Solo.
a new one.
Enteran execution post. Solo. Sauron's trilithium. Solo. Friendship 1 probe. Solo.
No, wait a second.
What?
Soren's trilithium is from a previous month.
Well, it says Solo in parentheses.
So this is from the development server. They're probably labeled that way. Those bundles are probably labeled.
Okay, well, then it has the Friendship 1. Is
yeah,
that
Friendship 1 probe.
Amelia Earhart's plane.
Yeah, Anorax's data pad.
Yeah, the Lurpa.
Lurpa.
You said those were new this month.
No, I didn't. I said they were being added to sourcing. These are existing ones. Remember the Lurpa?
We're saying the same thing. I know that they've been in the game.
Oh, okay.
I have them maxed.
Okay.
I'm saying that they're new in the store.
That's correct. All right.
All right. And then we have, after the Lurpa, we got Scotty's Trident Scanner.
Yes.
The DTI Temporal Device.
Yes.
And now we have Mirror Federation Reputation. That's interesting. Why does it say Mirror? In orange, it says Mirror Federation Reputation. Is that because it was like from the old Mirror?
Yeah, that's the old one. It's using Mirror credits.
Okay,
See, look at it.
Solo DTI plaque.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what's new on this screen. No,
okay.
We must continue. Oh,
our camera's frozen.
Now look what you've done.
I didn't do anything. You're in control.
Oh, Lord.
What did you
do? That?
So, yeah, the DTI plaque, the temporal device, Lurpa, the strand of Kretum hair, Anorax's data pad, Amelia Earhart's plane, and the rare Friendship 1 probe, in addition to Scotty's Trident scanner shards.
Camera stuck.
Camera stuck. It's a great freeze frame right there.
Freeze frame.
I think it's awesome.
Let's just push play.
In the shadow market to formidable officers, unique chaos tech options, and a host of artifacts that will give your fleet the edge it needs to prevail. More details on the specific rewards will be available in our official patch notes on Tuesday, so keep those eyes peeled. Our team wants to take this opportunity to request player feedback on the Wave Defense Battle Pass. With the launch of Solo Wave Defense, we want to hear from you on what you'd like to see as part of future Wave Defense passes, so feel free to drop a comment below or head over to our official Discord to leave your feedback in the designated channels so our community team can pass it along. That's your sneak peek into Solo Wave Defense, where every battle is a test of strategy, skill, and resourcefulness. As we count down to launch day, keep your eyes peeled for more updates and detailed guides on how to dominate these waves. Until then, Commanders, live long and prosper.
All right, there we go. The camera's stuck.
Camera's stuck.
Camera's stuck. We're gonna see if we can fix it. It might just leave it there. We'll see.
Here. This will make it better.
This is good stuff right here. What are you gonna do?
Nothing like it.
He is rebooting the camera. Okay. Danny says not even close to being impressed, nor what players have asked for. So, Danny, let's dive in on that a little bit. First of all, I mean, I don't know what you're wanting to be impressed with. What do you think players have asked for? Because I'll tell you what players have asked for. is, to be perfectly honest with you, less reliance on other people. Okay? The biggest problem that people seem to have about arenas, crazy enough, is the ability to form squads. Okay? The biggest issue with existing waves is finding a team. The biggest issue with armadas is finding a whale tail. Okay? So I'm not look, Isaac says I've never done a wave to this date. Well, now I got to be honest with you, Isaac. That's fine, but there are some pretty decent rewards in there that you might be giving yourself up. Okay? I mean, there's a tremendous amount of Syndicate XP in there. All right? I like the Syndicate XP. Oh, look, video's back. All right? Rosh says, I love the idea of solo waves. I don't have to wait for people. I agree. All right? I like that concept as well. The biggest problem of a game that focuses on the community is dealing with the community. Vinny, that's not it. I enjoy community. All right?
Well,
I less enjoy relying on people not bringing Pike Moreau Chen to an armada, for example.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Never fun.
All
Did
right.
we get the answer to the question?
Which was what?
The viewer said not what players have asked for, and then you asked, well, what do they think players are asking for?
What have players asked for? Let's go down this idea.
Because with all due love and respect, I'm not sure who said that, but I got to tell you, it just sounds like bitching to bitch.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Haldir says, I love solo waves and the store update. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good components to what's going on with this mechanic, and it solves a lot of people's problems.
All right. Moredead says, I actually am impressed. I'm happy with these changes. Ginmon says, we'll just have to imagine you talking in that position. No, it's fixed. All right, I've gone back too far in the chat now. When are they giving us the ability to kick folks from armadas?
Oh, good question.
That would be now see that
that's
is something
players are asking for.
Players have asked for that before. So there's Hypodermic says, where's the real DJs? There were way too few pauses. Actually, we were trying to fix the camera
my
there.
finger was on the
and he's in charge today. Yeah, I wasn't able to I can't. The way that our portable booth is kind of set up is very segmented. So I've got audio control. But you know what? Here's the simple answer. I've got the audio control. He's got the video control. That's about the best way that we could probably do this. So
there you go.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Yeah, I can. It means DJs can find all the buttons for once, says Tarpy. Well, yeah, I have far fewer buttons. He's got more buttons than I do this time. So
I don't know. I always thought you were pretty good at pushing people's buttons.
Thank you, Zoidberg. Thank you for the tier 1 resub. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. General Snowball says the Apex Shredder sounds like it resets PvP. Reset is not the right word, my friend. Reset is not the right word. But we shall see. Maybe it is.
It all depends on the percentages acquirable and available to all, free to play and spender. We'll have to see.
Yo, dude, that's actually a really funny comment. I'm going to read it, and you're absolutely right. He's like, what players really want is for a way for a free-to-play level 37 to kill a level 70 whale. I think that's a hilarious comment because I know he's being sarcastic about it, but he's right. That's what people want. It's not fair that somebody's bigger than me.
Bring back the burn. Bring back the burn.
So anyway, Macrack says, I am actually looking forward to this. I keep missing waves due to trying to coordinate with others. I agree. I'm the same way. I am the exact same way. I struggle to find time to play with my team during normal waking hours.
Just like is the case with arenas, and I look forward to March 10th, which will be the first week, hopefully, that we have an open server-wide system for picking teams and going after opponents.
Yeah. Floyd says, I like the concept of solo waves. I'm not fond of the described implementation of solo waves, or are you referring to some of the other things? Because, I personally have not found anything that I do not like about the solo wave implementation. When we play tested it,
they were
it was
playable,
perfect.
They were stable, they were fast, and because it's only 5 rounds, they end much more quickly. And the rewards, it literally replaces the old waves, you guys.
That is a huge thing. That is unless you still need sizable amounts. If you are going to be short on directives,
then
all
you can go back to your
which
group
by
wave.
the way, isn't going to be very long. Okay, we're earning, and again, I am 90% sure on this, but you're earning 2 starts a day in the new solo waves.
That's really good.
Right up front, I can see you running out.
And
okay,
well, unless you, of course, take matters into your own hands.
Right up front, I can see you running out. All right, but by the end of month 1, all right, you are going to be fine with directive starts.
What a evolved and mature viewpoint coming out of the mouth of UltimatDJz plays.
Well, Savage
Steven
Darkness.
Zarin is somewhere in New Zealand smiling.
Yes. Savage Darkness says to do wave pass, we'll need to run 2 to wave 5. No, you only have to run to wave 5 anyway.
They'll only go to 5.
Yeah, and this one only goes to 5. So you got to remember on the old one, you would finish your wave defense if you finished 5 waves. You didn't have to get to level 10. All right, so yeah. So there you go. Taking a look at some of the other, is there a max to start in inventory? We have not found any evidence of that.
We do not know yet.
Do not know, but I do not expect that. All evidence points to no. We did not find any inventory caps or that parameter on our data.
A little loopsy.
Will they get rid of the group wave systems? No, Danny, because some players may still want to. Now, there's a couple of scenarios. All right, let's talk about that because, Danny, that's a really good question. Are there any scenarios? I mean, if they're replacing the old ones, why would anybody want them? Okay, 1, these new hostels are going to be slap your grandma hard.
Slap your grandma hard.
Okay?
They're
so
gonna...
maybe you are going to struggle. Maybe to earn a decent amount of mirror wave credits or decent amount of original wave credits, you're still going to need to run those for a little while until you find yourself in a position to be able to fight the new ones.
Maybe you use waves as a source of Trillium D.
Correct. Yeah, that's another one. Maybe you're using the mirror waves to earn extra Trillium D, and you're still going to want to do those. Maybe you're not earning enough credits in a single day, or it takes too much time. Maybe, okay, let me rephrase. Let me step back. Maybe you're going to spend your 2 starts a day, but you still want more credits, so you'll earn more credits faster with the solos, but then to get more credits, you'll still run 1 or 2 with your teams. Maybe. Okay. There are a couple of scenarios in which you're still going to want access to the old ones. I do not think that any content should be removed, but I do want a path towards eliminating that loop as a necessity for players. All right? To me, what they've done with solo waves is they've made it an independent archives feature by allowing it when you're ready to progress on to that next level, then you can stop doing the previous level.
Correct.
Okay? This is essentially like swarms. It's like Borg probes. Okay? When you are ready to move on to that next level of stuff, you can stop doing the previous level of stuff. And I love that.
I do also love that.
I love that. Pong says, what were Griffin's crews when he play tested and beat round 5 of the G6 hostels?
Oh, I was hitting hard. I had a luck with a Pike Moreau Janeway crew.
Okay.
With Underdeck, the huge. And then I also brought a Strange New Worlds Kirk Max Synergy crew.
Strange New Worlds Kirk Max Synergy.
And that did very well. And I think that's what I had Belana Torres under, along with Chapel.
What did you run on your third? Do you remember? I mean, you would have had a DeMarco in there somewhere, right?
I did. That was the DeMarco crew along with Picard Bev DeMarco.
Fisty says, I was hoping we would get another loop closed in the independent archives this patch.
I mean, we haven't talked
Did you miss the beginning part of the show where I said I don't have any information to give you about whether or not there was going to be a loop added to the independent archives? I mean, you might have, and I understand.
Maybe he's audio only.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I do have to. Oh, we're already in ads. Whoopsies. Sorry about that. Maybe he didn't hear it because he's actually in an ad.
Who?
Somebody get him subscribed to the channel.
Who?
All right. Fisty.
Iron Fister.
He is subscribed.
He's
Fisty is subscribed to the channel. 23 months. Thank you, Fisty.
Long-time listener.
Yeah, there you go.
First-time caller.
All right. So Indominus Prime says, ooh, so much good news.
There is good news.
Yeah, there is good news. All right. Rosh
I think
says,
the best news is that you made it through a whole 9-day adventure across the country and you did not get popped rated once.
let me rephrase. Maybe it wasn't DeMarco. Is DeMarco just? I suggested that. By the way, so funny story. If DeMarco's just on armadas and invading entities, that might be a fine thing. I was suggesting a third crew for him to come up with because during the playtest he didn't read the fine print. He actually only went with 2 crews.
Well, that was only the first time.
He only went with 2
but
ships.
I still did it,
But
though.
he still did it. All right. So, by the way, for some of you who are fussing about the third ship being too much, if you have the power, you could absolutely do this with 2 ships.
It's very much zone defense, and you're going to want that third ship to help you out with that. Even if all 3 ships don't make it to the end of round 5, they will help you get through round 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. So, it could have been, maybe that third ship is a support ship, guys. Maybe you run in with 2 power ships that are going to do all your stuff, and then you run a third one with support.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got an option there. He ran and did it with 2. Now, he was paying very close attention. He was using his hotkeys, and he was flying all around the map. So you will potentially be able to play this with 2 ships if you so wish, Dragon Keeper. And then you might be able to bring in a third ship for support, which, by the way, would be a great thing.
Yeah, you could max fortify, for example.
All right, so Strange New Worlds crew was one that he used, and then he used a Strange New Worlds
Pike Moreau Janeway,
and then a Strange New Worlds Kirk
Yeah.
synergy crew.
And that kicked butt.
All right, so there you go. Silver Tab says, "Did you see any specialty hostiles?" No, they were all these. What are they? The
They're the Orions.
The Orions.
My people.
They were all the Orions. Okay.
Glory to my people.
There you go. So that is what we have found. That is what we've got to release to you. The only thing, and I'm just going to tell you right now, the only thing that you are not going to hear from us tonight are the specific officer sets, but that is the entire arc. You've got the whole arc.
Well, that's not true. There are other things that we normally would see in an arc that we have not discussed yet, besides the officers.
You want to know about some of the favors?
There are favors.
There are favors. This is a good one. Was this in the release?
What?
Did we see any of the favors?
No, we did not.
We did not.
Which favors?
You want me to leak you a favor? You want me to leak you a favor? Ship parts refinery payout increase.
Wait until you get a load of that. That is, woo.
Yeah. Ship parts refinery payout increase, 1 favor per ship type. Oh, there might actually be another one for ship parts in here. Are we getting Evil Eye? What are you looking at? Is somebody throwing knives this
They're
way?
excited.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody was throwing knives. I thought Beck walked in here and was like, what are you doing?
Huh? Parts.
Yeah, see, the staff's with us
Even
here.
the staff, well, they play Star Trek Fleet Command. We have clothed this entire kitchen crew with new Star Trek Fleet Command shirts.
They have. Yes. No, listen, not a 5% boost. This is
we're talking
a
good
refinery.
Shit. Good stuff.
Yeah, this is good. All right. Here, you want another one?
Yep.
You want another one?
Oh, here we go.
You want
Yes,
another one?
another one.
You want another one?
I wish I had my drum roll button ready, but I don't.
Ship parts conversion unlock. What?
Ship parts conversion? Converting ship parts?
Converting ship parts? Because maybe you don't want battleship parts. Maybe you want interceptor parts. What? Oh. Ow. Beck is here.
Yeah, Beck is here.
1 favor per ship type. All right. And there you go.
That's incredible. And, but wait, there's more that we cannot tell you yet.
There is more. There is more. And that is as far as I'm telling you. I'm not giving you anything else, but there are.
We definitely are definitely not going to discuss the Chaos Tech, which may or may not be coming next month.
No, I'm not going to.
Definitely won't discuss any artifacts, which may or may not be coming.
You know what else is coming in the Section 31 faction store?
Oh, you're going to get us banned?
No, I'm just going to give you a couple of the new. This is older content that is now opening up its sourcing. Command Center building materials.
Whoa!
There's going to be a redeem for that. Command Center building materials.
One of the longest drawn-out buildings of all time.
Very slow. Very, very slow. That's right. Let's see. What else do we have? Court of Q building materials. That's going to be in there.
I'm still not done with that.
That's all I'm going to tell you about
I'm telling you,
now.
this is a solid arc. This should be a 2 thumbs up arc. We're just waiting to see what the actual impact is and how much Apex shred that will be released into general population and how quickly they intend to do so.
Again, really, and I have said this, okay, and I have said this. I've said this for the last several weeks as I was preparing to visit out here. The biggest thing, I am overall satisfied with the month. I am happy with everything that is coming. I've said this, that I'm going to enjoy the feature. I've said I'm going to enjoy playing in the feature. I said I felt like the feature would be rewarding. My biggest concern is shred, okay?
And we have not discussed, because it's not yet available to discuss, the conduit with which Apex shred becomes available in terms of the vehicle in which you play with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is yet to come, and we'll be talking about that on our next podcast and stream, which will be Monday night, I imagine.
No, it'll be Tuesday.
Oh, you're not doing an ArcFall Eve show?
This
Okay.
is the ArcFall Eve show.
This is the ArcFall Eve show.
This is the ArcFall Eve show.
This is our ArcFall Eve show.
Yeah, this is it.
We have to rebuild our studios.
Yes, we do. So Monday, and I'm going to go to bed early.
You're in the great hands of the Warp Drive 5.
Celebrating their
2-year
anniversary. That's right. Dr. Iron Chef will be hosting this week.
At
Absolutely.
10 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. So in our absence on Monday, please tune in to the Warp Drive 5, and they'll take you all the way through ArcFall, and then UltimatDJz and I will be back on Tuesday to discuss the Arc itself, what's new and cool, what we love, what we hate, if anything. And we'll be doing it live with you, and we'll do some Twitch, what do we call it? Workshopping?
Yeah.
Twitch, labbing. We'll be labbing.
Now, here's the thing. Ironically, Dr. Juby, we have struggled with download and upload. We're streaming, which is great. But we've also collected, what do you want to say, 50, 60 hours worth of content this week. So our drives, our OneDrives and our cloud services are completely choked out. I actually believe that this show would be really good for pod. We didn't get distracted a whole lot.
Oh, I would cut out the intro where we're just chit-chatting about the ship, but then after that, I was planning on making YouTube
we
short.
always kind of,
So don't publish the show on YouTube, because we'll cut it out. We'll make just the part after the intro of YouTube.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I am also...
I can do that from my laptop after everything's packed up.
I am also going to just download the
audio?
Twitch audio from here, and I will upload it to Podbean for you guys for a pod. That way,
that's a great
Juby,
idea.
you get a podcast, all right?
All right.
There you go.
And who else loves the podcast in New Zealand?
Stevens Aaron in
No.
New Zealand?
No.
What?
Somebody from the Outback.
Scalyback.
Scalyback from the Outback. He loves his podcast, and this will be one too.
So again, this is why I have been optimistic. It looks good. These the officers that we're getting. The arc is going to be based around Section 31, so you guys can hypothesize on the officers. Who do you like and who do you not like, and who would you like to see? Yeah, have you seen the movie? Go watch the movie.
Maybe tonight, tomorrow, watch the movie.
I'll tell you, the missions look decent as well, and they definitely do relate to the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, maybe that is something that I could potentially do for you guys Monday night. Is we'll do a movie night again. If you guys if you happen to want to watch Section 31, maybe we could potentially do something like that. But again, I am overall pleased with everything that I've seen here, with the exception of I'm just
the math.
I need to see the implementation. You know what? Implementation. That's where
it always goes off the track when it does.
That's correct.
Like in
so
theory,
I want to
all
see
this
the
looks
implementation
great, so we
of
see what it has.
Yep. I want to see it. All right. Can we get more fusion rod sourcing? That is something that we probably need to look at with more tech coming out. Yeah.
A year and a half ago, Bubba Joe forecasted that whole problem.
Yeah.
He said, it's the fusion rods that I'm having issues with, because I can now see him wanting to take Forbidden Tech on and off ships as I'm flipping around. And I remember him saying that. I'm going, I can't ever imagine doing that. My Forbidden Tech is stuck on this ship. It's the best tech for that best ship.
Yeah.
And he couldn't have been more right.
Yeah.
Those fusion rods, they are very much needed now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right.
That's about all we have in terms of our ARC preview. It's a lot of great stuff. It's I'm optimistic. I am very cautiously optimistic.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff.
There is a lot of good stuff. And I am cautious. I'm not optimistic about the other, or I'm not cautiously optimistic about the other features. I am just straight out optimistic. They look good. They played well. The rewards look decent. I'm looking forward to solo waves in their entirety.
There's a lot of bang for your buck there, and a lot of good use of your time there. It was a big win, and it replaces older loops.
Yeah, and it was quick, guys. 5 waves was like
bang, bing, bang, boom.
It wasn't even 10 minutes. It was so quick. I love that. I love that. So, anyway, listen, why don't we open it up to the chat just for a couple of minutes? Do you guys have any questions? Because we are up against a time crunch. We have a hard out in 10 minutes.
And we do have new content, which is already produced and uploaded, which will be available tomorrow and Monday on our YouTube channel. So be looking for that.
We still have a lot of stuff to release from the cruise, and ArcFall is going to be a thing. I don't know if we're going to get an ArcFall video out. I think we could probably.
We could probably do an ArcFall video. It just depends.
It could
on
be
if our
simple.
back together.
Yeah, it could be. It could be simple. Maybe we don't do like one of the super highly produced, really, with all the graphic stuff, but we can put out an informational video in all likelihood.
Did you guys watch the panel with Dr. Aaron and Brandon Braga, where I have my Voyager lore issue
As a matter of
confirmed?
fact, not a whole lot. Don't reveal it. Don't spoil it. But not a lot of people have actually watched that one yet. You guys need to go check that out on our YouTube channel. Find the Meet the Federation Science Advisors panel and watch that. Our very own Green Griffin here makes this very special appearance. All right, so
I
you guys
do
go,
indeed, and I
check that out.
cannot wait to share with you my findings and the canonized information, which has been confirmed.
Yeah,
and reconfirmed.
So there you go. Good question, Dragon Keeper. Will the original favors work for new waves? Very good question. I'm going to need to reread those texts, okay? And I will speak to the engineers while we still have them. Okay?
I'm going to say no.
Well, don't some of them work for mirror waves? I would imagine that those will.
I think it's the new, because I think they loaded a new currency when we did the playtest to launch these things.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was a new currency for us to use in order to activate the new waves. In fact, I'm sure that's the case.
No, that's not what they were asking. They were talking about the original favors, not directives. The favors, the researches that helped against those.
Oh, are those favors effective against the new waves? Well,
yeah.
Why wouldn't they be?
I think they will be, guys. But again, you got to remember, that's not the limiting factor here. It's going to be the amount of apex barrier these things have got.
Correct,
yeah. So anyway, there you go. Any other questions real quick? Let's see if I can come in. I'm going to scroll back just a little bit and see what we've got. Will the Arc be better than the movie, says Vic. Can we get another source of the Kirshara, says Swift. Swift, right now, the only sourcing on Kirshara is Alliance tournaments. So if that's where you are, you need to be dumping your currency into that. I know you're a relatively new player. You had mentioned, 3 months in, but you need to find a good alliance that's got good rank so that you can earn, because there is a ton of Kirshara shards available during Alliance tournaments every single month.
And once you get your Kirshara up to like 10 hostiles, you really don't need to take a lot past that.
I've got mine. I think I've got mine at 11 now. I'm not taking it any further.
I did up to 17. I never used that.
Yeah, you don't need to. The systems don't spawn that many, okay?
No.
So I've got mine at 11. I'm stopping there. There's no sense in wasting currency to go beyond that. I've got mine at 11.
10 is a great stopping point, yeah.
All right, let's see. Other questions. What is it? I have very small screen. Can I what? I did try a G65 with my Enterprise and my Daredex, and I did not finish it.
No, those are different animals.
Yeah,
sure.
I did not complete it. I made it to wave 4. I died in 4. So I only completed 3 waves. Hi. Oh, mwah, to you too.
Oh.
Hey, have a great cruise. Are you coming back next year? You hope so. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you. Thank you for hanging out and playing with us. All right. Thank you so much. We have made so many new friends this year. It's been
really,
so great.
really cool people.
It's been absolutely amazing.
Well, DJ.
Yes. I told him we had a hard out at 8:30. It's only 8:25.
But it takes you 6 minutes to say goodbye.
Well, no, I'm gonna look in just and see if there's no other questions. Then we'll end. But let's see. That might be it. What type of ship power are we talking about to clear the G6 wave? What ships did you fly in yours? G6 rares?
I had a G6 rare, a G6 uncommon, and a Boar Cube equivalent to a G6 rare.
Okay.
A lot of people think that I'm less than 5'10", DJs, but look, here's Jonathan Frakes' proof. Boom.
Oh yeah, no, you're a tall guy. Do people not think you're tall?
Every time I go somewhere, I thought you were 5'7".
All right. Alpaca says there were retaliation crews in Beck's video with Solo around them. For example, Solo Soren. What does that mean? That means that those officers are going to be sourced. And since you asked the question, I will go ahead and tell you. You will have sourcing this month on...
These are wave hostiles?
Huh?
What is he saying?
Go back to the faction store image.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my list here.
Here's the faction store.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much all strike teams.
Yeah, all strike teams are in
all
there.
strike teams. All of them.
They've added all the strike teams into this store.
Yeah, so that's what that means. Solo means that you can earn them with solo credits.
And I have a great still of that right here, along with our frozen camera.
Yeah. So there you go. All the strike teams are in there. But, yeah, for the purposes of this video, the word solo means that it's going to cost solo credits, all right, which are those keys.
And those will probably not be prevalent tags in the actual release.
Yeah, I don't expect to see those. They may be there.
Maybe they're there, but maybe not. But yeah, literally all the strike teams are here.
All of the strike teams, even the originals. All right. Let's see. What was our favorite meal on the cruise? Lobster and filet. Oh, that was a great dinner.
We had the privilege of sitting down with the emissaries from Scopely and having a nice dinner. We had a nice bottle of Dom. We had some steak and
nice
lobster.
Dinner. It was a beautiful dinner.
We talked about life. We talked about the game. We just, we planned some strategy on what 2025 should look like this Swifty series that I'm threatening to make on how to be a new player in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really cool content coming your way. And again, our friends at Scopely are great partners, and we're very lucky to have them on our team.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look here to see if there was anything else.
Oh, and Scopely did not buy the Dom. I bought the Dom. So it's not like we're being paid to say nice things about Scopely.
Yeah, no, that was him. Let's see.
Are there any hostels like surveys?
We didn't know.
They're all
the
baddies.
Orions. Yeah,
you got to get those Orions.
All toughens. Tamriel says, DJz, you owe me a battle pass from 2 weeks ago.
You're always got one person to take care of.
Well, then I assume, the Arc hasn't launched yet, bro. And if it's the March battle pass, you're not going to get it until like week 2. Like, it'll come, all right? And I've probably already got you on the list, but yeah, that's not going to come out right away. It'll be like towards the end of week 2 that all the grants go out for battle passes. How much weight have we gained on the cruise? They don't put scales in our room. I have no idea. I feel like I've done well this week, though, to be honest with you. I feel like I've eaten well. I feel like I've done okay. Lost in with the Tier 3.
Oh, Lost in.
Thank you,
dude. Man.
Appreciate you, man.
That's great, Lost in.
So, that's really, really nice. Thank you so very, very much. Is the Epic Officer worth pushing for?
Waffly says the cruise countdown clock has definitely started. I hope that you're joining us next year, Waffly.
Oh, boy.
What? What was the question?
Is the Epic Officer worth investing in?
Well, we can't really discuss that because we cannot talk to you about their officer abilities and their captain's maneuver. That will be a question for Tuesday in our ArcFall live stream.
The short answer is yes. Probably.
Well, that will be a question.
Probably.
You're going to get in trouble.
We will. No.
That is a question for our ArcFall live stream.
That was just saying, is the officer going to have, is the Epic Officer going to be something that has impact on the game? The answer is yes.
Oh, unlike last month's, which is like basically a PvE officer, something like that. More people will be interested in this month's coming than last month's. Is that fair to say? Soren?
Oh, Soren, it wasn't last month.
No,
Soren's terrible.
The You're a Hell guy.
Oh, I liked Anorax.
Anorax?
Yeah, I liked Anorax.
Do you think that Anorax or the upcoming officer will have more value in the game long term?
Oh God, I don't know. They do very different things, so I can't answer that.
Well, we'll see.
Yep. Let's see. Fisty says, thanks for answering questions. Kind of a bummer they aren't kicking an essential freebie, but they aren't kicking an essential freebie. I don't know what you're...
Have you been hitting the whiskey again?
I don't know what you're trying to say,
Are
Fisty.
you into your single barrel batch?
Let's see.
He's probably hitting the Johnny Walker Blue tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe the Blantons.
Dragon Keeper says, you walked a lot. Yeah, and we worked a lot, Dragon Keeper.
Okay, I
There was
did
a lot
make
of
him
that.
run that lap around the ship, and he threatened me with my contract if I ever make him do that again. He's getting fired.
Let's see. Is there a month-long Officer Shard SMS? Yes.
Ooh, there is?
Yes.
Oh, that's a very happy day. I love that source.
The heroic Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3?
It's
yes,
back. It's back in the
yes.
game. That's a round of applause. We love that.
Yeah, that's
I will
back.
definitely be participating in that.
Let's see.
I know.
Time. Are we at a hard time? All right,
We
we're
are
at a hard out.
time.
Yep, that's it, everybody. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you all, one and all. Thank you. Real quick, I mean, there's still a spattering
here
of
come
people.
The 6 minutes.
No, hit the Talking Trek theme song and let's bounce. Thank you guys all so very much for supporting the content throughout the week. For those in our live studio audience, thanks for hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. For those who have come by and just blown kisses.
All the support,
you're
all
wonderful.
the love.
You're
Incredible.
beautiful. It's been an amazing week.
It has indeed. We have been welcomed. We came. We saw. We kicked Trek's ass.
We did. We conquered Star Trek The Cruise 8, and we will be back for Star Trek The Cruise 9. The countdown has officially begun. Join us here next year. Visit StarTrekTheCruise.com. Book your early bird special, and let's get it on for 2026. All right? Huh? What?
We are being informed that today is the last day, but I thought it was
What, for
tomorrow's
early
last day
bird?
for early bird.
Today's the last day for book on board, but early bird is still going for like another day or two. So, anywho, thank you guys all so very much. It's been an amazing week. We've got so much more content. We've actually got a lot more content still to bring you. So even though we're going to be off the ship, we've still got several more hours of content that we're going to be bringing you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So be sure to stay tuned.
Watch those panels. They're
to
great.
YouTube. All the panels are great. Be sure to stay tuned to our YouTube channel for that. Thank you guys so very much. Visit our website at TalkingTrekSTFC.com, UltimateDJzPlays.com for links on over to our merch store, links to our YouTube channel, back here from our Twitch, over to our Discord, where we're welcoming dozens of new members and new listeners into the podcast. Thank you guys so very much for being as loving and welcoming on this ship as you have been. Thank you to Entertainment Cruise Productions. Thank you to Scopely. Thank you to Royal Caribbean. Thank you to Paramount for all of the promotional consideration provided this week, and all of the access and the courtesies provided to Talking Trek and her staff this entire week. Thank you guys so very much. My name is UltimatDJz.
And I'm Griffin.
And we are Talking Trek. For all of us here, I am your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, mean it. We'll catch you when we get back home. Safe travels, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
Goodbye.